Welcome. My name is Don Sull. I'm a professor at London Business School, and today we are absolutely delighted to welcome Marcel Telles of InBev. Just a bit of background on Marcel before we begin our chat. Marcel began with Brahma, a predecessor company of InBev, in 1989. At that time, Brahma was the #2 brewer in Brazil and losing ground rapidly. Moreover, it had been the #2 brewer in Brazil for most of the preceding century. Over his 10-year span as CEO of Brahma, he took Brahma from #2 to #1 in Brazil, watched while the former #1 got into a bit of trouble, merged the two companies, creating AmBev, which was at that point the 5th largest brewer in the world, and in a recent merger with Belgium's Interbrew, created InBev, currently the largest brewer in the world by volume. So quite a remarkable story from a flailing #2 in Brazil to a world leader in beer globally today. And with that, we're absolutely delighted to have Marcel. Marcel, welcome.
Thank you, my pleasure. Now, first of all, when I moved to Brahma, as I said, I was investment banking, but I was not even an investment banker. I was a trader. A trader is someone that stays in a trading room and has no contact whatsoever with the external world, knows nothing about industry, market, whatever. So when I moved to Brahma, the first thing I did was call back to my partner that was already running Lojas Americanas for a while. What should I do? And he told me, don't do anything about the business, please, for 2 years. Do the things you know how to do. And the things I knew how to do, other than finance, but the things that we really knew how to do in the bank was how to recruit, train, and keep the best people. Because that was the only asset of the bank, other than phones and computers and so on. So from the beginning, we were always a partnership. No banks in Brazil were partnerships. They had variable pay, but the ownership was always in the hand of the founders. We always went ourselves to the universities to recruit. The partners always did that. The guys that came into the bank were always under a partner that was basically looking at them. That's recruiting and training that most people do relatively well. But we kept these people by letting them grow at the pace of their talent. No seniority, no nothing. I mean, if you're good, you grow, and paying them for that, both in variable pay and in the ownership of the bank. So those were the only things that I brought to Brahma. And I mean, those are big changes for normal companies, and in Brahma were big changes. So those and some small things. I mean, I'm a trader, so I like to work in a common table. So first thing I did, I mean, everyone had those big offices. Everyone had an office larger than this room. So everyone in a single table, sitting together like a trading room, and that rapidly evolving for the whole company. The power of that is gigantic, because not only it gives a huge speed to the company, but also people begin to understand the problems, the difficulties that they can impose on other areas. So the marketing guy, when he thinks about this bright new product, there's the industrial guy close to him telling him how difficult it will be, how the setup of a line works, and so on. So it's an environment where everyone can exchange ideas very fast, and also where everyone begin to understand how his area impacts the other area. So that was something from the bank that was good to bring to the company. Informality, because in a bank or trading environment, you really have to be able to speak your mind, tell everything up front, and so on. This kind of open space also helps that a lot. But in the end, what I brought was that. Was basically, from the beginning, having a trainee program, having a variable remuneration in place, having targets for everyone, having monthly reviews of the targets in the field, not staying in the headquarters, but We always spent 1 or 2 weeks going to every market and then convening the people of that region there to talk about the results and how we were going to correct. I mean, there's the plan, but there's the monthly check and correction of this plan. So that's the kind of thing that we put in place there. I mean, but and that was right. I mean, most of the things that I thought about the business in the first 6 months were totally wrong. And so I'm very glad that I didn't implement any of them. So.